Merry meet again, YouTubers. This video, I made one, I believe yesterday. And again, this is a video response to Miss Ember Honey Raven's video entitled Enough of the Bullshit, about intolerance, bullying, and being just nasty in our YouTube Witchy community. I've already done another video, as I just told you. I didn't need to tell you again, but I did. About other witches putting down other witches. And as I said in my other video, I have run across that. Not on YouTube yet, but I'm sure I will. But actually in the physical world. Where when I was told by a superior witch, who had at the time been practicing a little over 15 years, that what I was doing, my practice, my personal practice, was not correct. And that shit hurt. And again, I was in a funk for 3 days until I said, screw him, screw you. You don't have no right to tell me what I do in my practice is wrong. You just don't. Because I get results from my practice. Oh yeah. And you know, I'm happy with myself. So, you know, screw him. But yes, I have, when that happened to me, I was the tender age of 19. So I cried. You know, I did. Because even though I'm an Aries and we are tough, we do have, you know, those soft spots. And that's one of mine. And, you know, I hate to cry. I do, because when I cry, I just let it all out. Because I don't cry very often. I just don't, you know. And when I cry, I get like the Hercules of all headaches. That's why I just try not to. I had to put a sticker down here. But anyway, you know, and then of course she was going on about phobias, homophobia, fat phobia, age phobia. I'm sure that's not right. But, you know, all these phobias in our witchy community, because we are supposed to be on a higher level. If we are a witch, you know, whatever path you follow, you know, you, again, like Miss Ember Honey Raven said, if you have been touched by deity and you are still having these thoughts, I don't know, there's something wrong. Because, you know, even though I have a very bad temper and it does not come out a lot, you know, but it's there, I was very upset by the video, and I made that late at night. It's posted on my channel, but I still, you know, I think I can do a little bit of a better one. But, you know, I was very upset because I would have thought, because we are a little bit more elevated, that there would be, you know, a superior kind of tolerance, and that unfortunately is not the situation right now on YouTube. You know, and I've seen some bad things on YouTube. I've seen jackasses on YouTube. You know, and you're always going to find sickos everywhere, every corner. You know, that's just how it is. But, you know, I get what she's saying. You know, don't bring your drama to this community, because it is a very welcoming community. You know, I have been talking to a couple other witches, you know, and they seem very nice. Even though I am new to YouTube, I have watched it for quite a while because, you know, I finally got a laptop. You know, I'm poor. You know, there's a lot of shit I couldn't afford that I can afford now, but I'm still broke ass poor. But, you know, and it was just disheartening to see that. And the, you know, again, she goes into, we need to have a little bit more respect for each other, and that is true. We need to have a little bit more respect, because this world's not going to get any better until we do that. You know, if you don't like it, I go by a quote from Bambi, Walt Disney's Bambi, and it has served me well. You know, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. Okay? And I want to stress, please, if you don't like my videos, that is fine. I could care less. I'm just on there talking and doing what I want to do. It's the point of the damn channel, you know. But if you are just a negative Nelly, and if you want to be just nasty and ugly to me, don't even bother to leave a comment. Just don't. Don't go there. You know, go somewhere else. I don't care. Just don't dump your turds on me. Again, a quote from Miss Amber Honeyraven, who I absolutely adore. I think she's a terrific witch and a wonderful person from the videos that I've seen. But anyway, you know, so there's that subject. Another subject I want to go into are Christian witches. I want to go into that a little bit more, because again, I don't see how you can fuse those two together and they can be harmonious with each other. I just don't. That's just my personal, you know, feelings. Because, you know, again, I've been a history fanatic. I read, and I know the history of the church, you know, and, you know, they killed their own monks. They killed their own priests. And I know of one cardinal that was assassinated within the church, by the church, you know, because I guess he had ideas that threatened the pecking order and the, you know, the beliefs of the time. Because you have to realize in those times, in the medieval 1500, 1400, the word of the church was absolute. Was absolute. You disagreed, you were beheaded, you were hanged, you were labeled a traitor. So, you know, that's why it took human history so long to evolve. Because finally, somebody said, you know, enough is enough. We're not putting up with this shit. You know, it was, you know, their equivalent of the 60s. But yes, you know, the church tortured us. They hanged us. They mutilated us. They burned us. They burned us witches. And, you know, a lot of people find that very hard. I find that hard when you call yourself a Christian witch. Because, you know, even though I am the first and only witch in my family. You know, and for a time I was isolated, but I'm not now. And it wasn't a very long time, but, you know, I got through it. I'm strong. I'm an Aries. I can bash through anything, pretty much. But, you know, I just find it hard, you know, because I keep my weary distance of the church. I just do. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't. And of course, I live in Texas, and you have the Bible beaters on the bikes, the Mormons, who go around talking to you. And of course, on every corner, it seems like somebody somewhere is trying to convert you. I don't want to be converted. My religion, I think, in my opinion, is the best religion. I know I shouldn't say that, but, you know, to me it is. And I'm not knocking Catholic, you know, people. I'm not knocking Lutherans or Christians, but, you know, when you love your religion, you just think it's the best. And that's, you know, that's how I feel. But, you know, it's just very hard for me, you know, to think anybody could ever merge those two because of all the shit that they've done, not only to us, but to their own kind, you know, to the monks and the priests that they killed, you know. And you have to really, really read and really get into that before you find stories like that. And that's very disheartening. But, you know, again, I want to put it out there. They're not the only ones who've done that. Governments have done that. Every single government tribes, clans have done that. There's always backstabbing and betrayal. It just goes with the territory. You know, you're going to find it everywhere in every corner of the world. Just, you know, there's on the little scale and the grand scale. But, if you can merge those two, bravo, because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't, but, there are, good examples of Christian witches out on the internet. I've looked at some up, and, they're okay. They're good, but again, it's not my thing. Again, I don't have anything, against them, but, a lot of people find that hard because, as Miss Ember Honey Raven said, we have paid for our space in the blood of our fallen. Actually, those are my words, not hers, but, you really need to see that video if you really, to get an idea of what she said. And, she's not being mean. She's not being disrespectful. It's the truth. They're just facts. It's just how it is. She tells it like it is. I do too. There's some things that I sugarcoat and some things I don't. I prefer not to sugarcoat it because, I don't want to seem to mislead anybody, but, again, I want to see more respect towards each other in the witchy community. I really want to see that. I don't understand homophobia. There have been gay men, lesbians all throughout history for centuries and centuries. This is nothing new. This is so not new. Alexander the Great was bisexual. He liked men and women. He had a wife and he had a lover who was his best friend, his guy friend. This is nothing new. They're born that way because God and Goddess made them that way. There's a purpose to everything. And there's gay animals out there. Bottlenose dolphins. They mate with each other occasionally. Orcas do too. Some manatees do too. And I've seen ferrets go at it. To male ferrets. They're obviously gay. Us as animals, humans, we're gay too. Apparently. I'm not, but some people are. And that's okay. I don't care. I like you for you. If you're gay, bisexual, transgender, I don't care. And again, I don't care what religion you belong to either. I'm going to like you for you because you're a good person. You respect me. You treat me right. You love me. You care for me. And that is what matters in the world. It really does. And I feel her pain. I really do, because sometimes I am sick of it too. There are times when I'm just like, oh, I need to get away. And I do get away. I go to the spa. I go do something that makes me feel good. But, it does drain you. Again, like she said, emotionally, physically, it drains you. Putting up with bullshit drains you. So anyway, I'm going to log off because I got to go make my late lunch because my ass slept in until like 10:30. So I'm hungry. So, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to upload this video. And if you like it, thank you. If you don't even bother to comment. Trolls, stay away. But of course, I'm sure some of the trolls will leave a comment because they're just like that. Well, anyway, blessed be, merry part. We will meet again.